Hey, this is WTii, and welcome to another Hearthstone gameplay commentary. And in this video, we're going to have a look at the store and purchasing decks. So I've just completed unlocking all of the heroes, which in turn has given me 100 gold to spend, which is in-game currency that you gain from basically playing the game. It's not real-life money. So with this 100 gold, I can buy one pack, and the contents per pack is 5 expert Hearthstone cards. At least one card will be rare or better. So let's go ahead and purchase this. Purchase complete. And there you go. So I guess what I do is I come out and then I look at open packs and see what cards I got. Click on these. Drag them in. Boom. What's it going to be? Oh, I see. I'm going to have to hover on them, am I? Click them. The Temple Enforcer, eh? His battle cry gives a friendly minion plus 3 health. So he's for priest only, perhaps? Ah, we have a druid only card by the looks of it. So nourish. Choose one. Gain 2 mana crystals or draw 3 cards. Ooh, that's pretty good. Unbound Elemental. So he's a shaman card. Whenever you play a card with overload, gain +1 and +1. We'll see what that does in time to come. And the hunter card here is an explosive trap. So secret. When your hero is attacked, deal 2 damage to all enemies. So obviously that's a card that you play and the opponent, I guess, doesn't get to see what you played. It's like a secret card. I'd have to assume so. Otherwise it's a terrible secret if they know what it is. Okay, and here we have the Spiteful Smith. Yeah, a bit of a moody guy. And this works for all classes. He's got the Enrage ability. Your weapon has +2 attack. So those are my 5 cards. And they get added onto my deck as such. So here we can see the Druid had the Nourish added to it. The Mage had that mirror image always. I just hadn't looked at it. And where's my moody guy? He was a 5 crystal card, wasn't he? Spiteful Smith. So that's how it works. When you purchase a deck, it gets placed into your, well, your current card selection, so that you can then add that onto your custom-made hero decks. So that's cool. I like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go that little one step further and have a look and see what happens if I use real life money and purchase myself a couple of packs. So I'm just really testing this out at the moment, and I'm going to just chuck down a couple of quids and see what I get, basically. Just out of curiosity. It's essentially going to be the same thing, I can only imagine, but I'm curious and I'd like to know. So this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm not sure what's going to happen when I actually, whether this is just takes it out of my account and I don't have to go to a web page, or whether you see all of my details. I don't know. Let's find out. Ah, okay. Well, this bit I'll have to block out. I think I know that. Okay. Whee! Purchase complete. Okay, it was blocked out anyway, so I didn't have to do that in the video. Beta Hero! Thank you for helping to test our store. Okay, well there's a reason why to purchase something. Is that you can get this kind of permanent buff, essentially. Got Gelbin Mechatork. His battle cry is summon an awesome invention. Well, that's cool. I'm up for that. I forgot that you get a little sort of bonus thing on top of the 2 cards that you purchase. So if we come out to the open packs, and then we can drag you in. Boom. So imagine if you buy the 40 pack. You're going to be doing that all day. It's like click, drag, go for all of these. But let's see what we got in this pack. Oh, okay. Already got that card. So what happens? Oh, I see. That's something I might look at the next video. I'll come back to that. We got the Youthful Brewmaster. Battlecry, return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. A Murloc War Leader. All other Murlocs have +2/+1. Sweet, more Murlocs. And we got Blizzard from the Mage. Deal 2 damage to all enemy minions and freeze them. That's insane. But 5 crystals, pretty big deal. Okay, Bloodsail Raider. So battle cry is gain attack equal to the attack of your weapon. We'll see how that works out later on. And let's have a look at the next deck. Alright, Redemption. So it's a Paladin. It's a secret card. When one of your minions die, return it to life with 1 health. That's pretty sneaky. Especially for a high damaging minion like the Core Hound. Snipe. This is a secret hunter card. When your opponent plays a minion, deal 4 damage to it. Oh, that could be nasty. And it only costs 2 mana crystals, so it could really hurt. It could be worse. They could play a crappy card first. So I guess maybe there's a theory there that every time you start your go, if you know that you're going to play a 1 crystal card and say a 9 crystal card, when you have 10 crystals total, rather than play that 9 crystal card first, throw down your 1 crystal just in case this card exists. But I suppose that's only when you're against the hunter. What have we got? Cone of Cold, Mage, I love that ability. Freeze a minion and the minions next to it and deal 1 damage to them. That's an interesting card. Oh, Foyterra. Oh, I remember you. Weren't you in World of Warcraft? One of the bosses in Dire Maul. Looks like it. Battle Cry. Destroy the minions on either side of this minion and gain their attack and health. That's a weird card, but I like it. Only 3 crystals. Mogashon Warden. Okay, that's Mr. Pandaria. Taunt. 1 damage but 7 health and only 4 crystals. Yeah, that's pretty beefy. I'm interested in that. Alright, that's cool. I like that. This is fun. Let's go spend more money. No, not just yet. I think I'll hold out for the moment. But the one thing I did want to have a look at is the crafting mode. So this is what I'm getting at. Where was that card? That Temple Enforcer. Was it Priest? There we go. So, does something when you play it from your hand. Do I stack up on cards? Because I got 2 of those. Do I get a card back? This is what I'm curious. Does something when you play it from your hand gives the friendly minion +3 health? That's a potentially good card. There we go. So this is for when you have too many cards, I guess. Or does that apply to any class? No. See, it only works when I click on this guy. He also moonlights Thursday nights as a bouncer at the Pig and Whistle Tavern. Brilliant. Turn this card into Arcane Dust. Well, I'm going to do that in the assumption that I currently have 2 of these cards, so I'll have 1 left. We'll find out whether that was the right thing to do. Are you sure disenchanting this card will leave you with less than the amount you could use in a deck? I see. You can have up to 2, so that's why I got another one of these cards. So if I really like this card, then I can play 2 of them in my deck, because you can have up to 2. So I don't know, is that how it works? You would have to get, when you're purchasing those decks, and you get 1 card, does that mean you can play that 1 card twice? Or do you need to get that card twice when you purchase decks in order to play it twice? That might have sounded like a mouthful, but if you know the answer to that, then feel free to comment. I'm not going to disenchant anything just yet then, out of curiosity on that fact. Because that's got me curious. Hey, I'm just going to sneak in here just to test something out. So, I haven't got round to creating my Warlock deck yet, but that's all of the heroes that you can unlock and then the Warlock. So you get this 1 spare space for another deck. And then that's your lot. 8 out of 9 decks. So you've got to make the most out of your deck and make sure it's perfect. It's not like you can have 6 custom rogue decks, or at least I don't think so. So what I did want to test was essentially, for example, this Warlock. You remember that I opened up those cards that I purchased? Well, this was one of them. And I was going along that theory of, do I get that card twice or as many times as I like since I got it in the first place, or do I have to have 2 of them in order to have 2 of them in my deck. So we're going to discover that when I create a new deck with the Warlock and see if I can choose 2 of these. None left. Okay, well that answers my question. So if people were watching the video up until the point where I said, oh, is this the case? You might be answering this already if you stopped watching, but there we go. Out of my own sheer curiosity, I couldn't stop at the end of that video. I had to come back and sneak this in, and that is your answer. So that's clever on Blizzard's part, because that means that I can't just cheat and use that card twice. I actually have to purchase it or get it in the game twice in order to play it twice. So that's crafty, but now we know. Now we know. Alright then, so that'll do it for this. So I guess I didn't have to disenchant that card. It's probably just as well I didn't disenchant that card. Anyway, but I suppose I can still leave you with a question. And that question would be, if you remember, I now have 2 of those Temple Enforcer cards for my Priest deck. So what happens if I purchase another deck? Is there the possibility that I can get that Temple Enforcer again? Or will the game recognise that I already have 2 of those maxed and therefore not give me that card? Or will the game still potentially give me that card so that I have to disenchant that card because there's no point, because you can only have up to 2 cards, so there's no point having 3 cards unless it goes up to ×3 if you get 3 of them, so then you can play 3. I hope that makes sense, but I'm ever curious, so I guess I'll find out in time, but I'm hoping that maybe someone can post a comment and feed back me the information that is reliable. So yes, thank you for watching. This has been Witty. Take care.